spirits review tonight, reviewing a beer that's been released a week, but also coming to Robin Hood Beer Festival, Nottingham's Robin Hood Beer and Cider Festival, that is. So this is Castle Rock's Oatmeal Stout. Look at the artwork, exquisite artwork, let's be fair. So, on the front it says smooth, rich, creamy, perfect time of the year. Now it's starting to get a bit cooler, he says. Starting, yeah, not quite. We've got a bit of an Indian summer going up at the moment. Lovely today. So, on the back it says, notes of dried fruit, roasted coffee and caramel are balanced by creamy oats, giving this beer a smooth and luxurious mouthfeel. 4.6%, and like I said, it is coming to the beer festival. If you're going down there, get yourself to the Castle Rock bar. It wasn't built today when I was down there. Seeing all the beer, some cracking beers. I'll tell you now. Emperor's Brewery collab on cask. Attic Brew Co. collabs. Definitely worth going, making sure you check them out. You will anyway, I don't need to tell you. But yeah, this is also in can. It's also on the website. And please watch my Castle Rock beer and merchandise video if you haven't already watched it, because you'll see a lot of the merchandise they do. And it's amazing. You know, Christmas is coming up. It's that time of the year when, what do I get someone for Christmas? Let me tell you now, it's very well worth getting something beer related. And not only that, a lot of these breweries have gone through a terrible year, you know, devastating year. And obviously things are not changed just yet. Pubs aren't as brimming as what they probably once were. We must support our locals and our beer industry, well, all industries. But certainly the beer industries, a lot of retail got away with it because everybody went there. So my Castle Rock tankard, and this is the week of the Robin Hood Beer Festival. As you can see on the back, this is from 2014. I've been supporting beers for a long time. When I worked for my Sainsbury's days, and that's when I really got into it. And first beer on cask that blew me away was Harvest Pale. Had it the other day again. The reviews on YouTube, my channel, only a short review. I was asked to do a taster at work just to make sure it'd been in the cask a few days to make sure it was sellable for that day. Because we're only a small hotel rather than, you know, a venue that, you know, can sell out in a couple of days. It was perfect. I enjoyed the pint, you know, a free pint. Jobs are good, and but yeah, it tasted as good as it always does. So, black pour, light tan head on this. Certainly a roastiness on the aroma. Yeah, coffee on the aroma. Caramel. Right, let's dive in. Nice roastiness on the taste straight away. This is shed is at room temperature, and I prefer stouts at room temperature. I don't like stouts cold, I must admit. Get it at room temperature, best way. Very smooth, roastiness in the back end. Letting the air get to it a bit. So yeah, I've just been down the beer festival, and you're in for a treat. So, you know, going down and seeing all our local breweries, and the good thing as well, that not far from the festival, there's a Castle Rock pub as well. In fact, there's two. There's Stratford Avon and the Embankment. Yes, I was rather abbreviated in the Embankment one year. Well, there is a video that I posted the other day, Raggy Drunk. We was in the Embankment. Yeah, I had mixed beers and spirits, and yeah, it wasn't awful, but didn't really get on with the one of the people in charge, as you do. And then she started shouting bingo. I started shouting bingo. There's a full story to that, but we won't go on about it in this review because it's funny, but it is funny. You know. If you'd have been there the day, you'd have laughed your head off. Even watching it 3 years on, for that 30-second bit they got of me, it was legendary. In all the right ways as well. You know, if you're going to take the mickey out of somebody, do it the right way, and it was. I was brutal but funny. But anyway, lovely. So the air's getting to it now. The aroma's kicking off nicely. Oh, I do like a nice beer. 4.6%, very good sessionable beer. And again, like I've said before in other videos, I do think that Castle Rock's craft beer range complements their traditional beer range, and it's a very interesting evolution going forward. I love the idea of doing both craft, bottle, and like the project stuff, the project pilot stuff. It just throws it out there. Plus all the cask beers as well. I'd love to see some sort of draft option. Maybe this is something that pubs and the brewery community can develop. Having the beers, having 500ml 1 litre bottles, being able to put cask beer into the bottles, and then have an additional thing where you squirt, I don't know, something to make the, I know it's doable, something to make the beer like carbonate it up or something along them lines, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm no expert, far from. So that it stays fresh for a month, you know, if you get what I mean. And you imagine having that to each bar as first off, as an experiment, and see where it goes. It's a great thing because, you know, you charge extra for the bottle. The bottles are sterilised, you know, already. They're there. So, you know, people aren't bringing their own bottles in. Yeah, you can bring your own bottles in, but it's better if it's sterilised. So you charge extra 30-40 pence for the bottle, you know, whatever the cost is. But the fact that you can take that beer home, drink that beer at home, and still support your local bars as well. It's an interesting concept. Wouldn't work at every single pub, but it would work at quite a few. I'm sure of it. So, with the beer festival in mind, you will be getting a glass, probably like this actually. 1/3 of a pint to there, 1/2 a pint to the top. And it comes in 1/3s and 1/2s. I have said at the beer festivals, especially craft beer festivals, that you need a lower mark around here, about 1/6 or 1/5, so that drinking big imperial stouts is better that way. But let's get back to the beer. That's what we're here for. Oh, the air's getting to it now. Lovely coffee roastiness from this. It is creamy. It's smooth. Yep. Rich. Oh yeah. I agree with all that what's said on there. I like this. I like that it lets you know what the beer is. You know, too many breweries don't say anything on the cans, and it's like, but you're not selling it to me. That sells it to you. The description on the back also sells it. As long as you're not in a beer room and you can't read it because you can't see it because the light's rubbish. But you know, these things sell your beer. To somebody who doesn't know anything about beers, oh, coffee, things like that, it all sells it. Working in supermarkets, it's something that I did notice, that beer, see, smell, taste, so critical. But a bit of a description on the back's good. Beers with no description. What's that about? Unless they don't need a description of it. Unless they're that good, they don't need a description. But I doubt that. You know. Oh, I do apologise for the length of my beer reviews. I will be posting a short review at the same time, or a few hours later when I go up to bed. The reason for short reviews are They are short reviews, so hopefully breweries, groups, if they want to share it, they'll share the short review. They won't share this review probably, but they'll share the short review so that it promotes their beer. And it's my way of looking at both sides of it, because a lot of people don't want to watch an 11, 12 minute or even longer review. Now the flavours are becoming more intense. So at the start, it wasn't, I wouldn't call it subtle at the start, but it was, you knew what was there. Now, because your palates are washed with it, it's becoming more strong. And I'll tell you now, the flavour, now it's 10, 11 minutes on. This is why I like to do long reviews and chat rubbish, as you do. But the flavour, the longer you leave it, the more pronounced the flavours get. That caramel really comes through. Caramel coffee. It's a very nice beer. I'll leave that for my 1 minute review. So, another belter. I love these, you know, they really are good beers. Make sure so you treat yourself. Go to your local bottle shop, can shop, and if they don't sell it, say to them, can you get some of them in, mate? Or go to Castle Rock Brewery shop, Castle Rock Brewery, to their shop on there. You'll get it from there. Other places like Adventure Beer, locally to me, also sell it. And if you live in Nottingham, you've got to be supporting your locals. That's what it's all about. And you're going to get some decent beer as well. For me, really love this. The longer you give it, the really brings out that flavour in the beer. Good looking beer. Out of 5 for me, 4.45 out of 5. Really enjoyable. Good strength, sessionable strength as well. And after I've been at the beer festival all day, I need something a bit more sessionable. Yeah, sneaky beers. Job's a good one. Crack over beer though. Would I drink it again? Always the big thing. Yes, I will. Hopefully, oh no, dings. Hopefully I can get a review in down at the beer festival. If it's not too crowded, that's going to be an interesting development, shall we say. Cheers everyone, and thank you Castle Rock Brewery, and especially Paul, mate. How are you?